Have you ever wondered why you keep waking up between 3 and 5 a.m., unable to fall back asleep no matter how tired you are? For many older women, this frustrating pattern isn't just random, it's your body sending a message. What if those restless hours held hidden clues about your health, emotions, and even your future? In this video, we'll uncover 5 powerful science-backed strategies that could turn your sleepless nights into moments of healing and clarity. The 4th tip is one most people miss, and it just might be the key you've been searching for. You've made it to this point in the video, which tells me something important. You're not just looking for a quick fix, you're looking for real answers. You're tired of staring at the ceiling at 3:17 a.m., heart racing, mind spinning, dreading the alarm that's still hours away. You've been here before, haven't you? That moment where sleep feels just out of reach, and your brain won't stop reminding you that you should be sleeping but isn't. It's a frustrating cycle, and it can leave you feeling helpless. But here's something most people don't realize. The moment you start forcing yourself to sleep, you're doing the opposite of what your body needs. Sleep isn't something you can will into happening. The more you try to make yourself sleep, the more alert and anxious you become. That's because the stress of trying to fall asleep spikes your cortisol levels, your body's stay awake hormone. So even though you're physically tired, your nervous system is now on high alert, working against the very rest you're craving. But what if, instead of fighting it, you shifted your mindset? What if waking up at this hour isn't the enemy, but a quiet invitation to reset? Start by gently changing your posture. No need to sit up in full alert mode, just roll onto your side or adjust your position enough to break the cycle of frustration. Take a deep breath through your nose for a count of 4, hold it for a second, and then exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. Repeat this, slowly. This kind of breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the calming part of your body that tells your brain, it's safe to relax now. Then get curious. Is your pillow flat and uncomfortable? Are your sheets twisted, or is your room too warm or too chilly? These small discomforts can quietly sabotage your sleep. Fix them. Fluff your pillow. Stretch out your legs. Adjust the thermostat to that ideal 67 degree range. And if needed, take a few sips of room temperature water. We'll talk more about that shortly. This isn't about giving up on sleep. It's about giving your body the environment it needs to let sleep return naturally. It's a small shift in thinking, but a powerful one. You're not powerless and you're not broken. You're simply responding to what your body needs in the moment. If you are still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment below to let me know you are here. And if you are not already subscribed, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Your support helps us continue to create good content to inform and inspire you. The next time you wake up in the dark hours before dawn, don't panic, don't fight. Instead, meet your body with patience, curiosity, and care, and watch how the night begins to change. In the previous section, we talked about how trying to force yourself back to sleep only fuels frustration and restlessness. Instead, we explored a gentler approach, shifting your mindset, adjusting your body, and calming your breath. But even with all those calming steps, there's another sneaky culprit that could be keeping you awake: dehydration. Yes, something as simple as not drinking enough water can be the invisible force behind those 3 a.m. wake-ups. Think about it. You wake up feeling a little off. Maybe your mouth is dry, your legs are twitching, or you feel strangely warm even though the room is cool. You might chalk it up to stress or aging, but often these are subtle signals that your body is craving hydration. The tricky part? Most people either ignore it or make it worse by chugging a glass of ice-cold water. That sudden blast of cold might feel refreshing in the moment, but it jolts your system awake, tightening your muscles and making it harder for your body to relax. Remember, your goal is to soothe your body, not startle it. That's why smart hydration matters, especially during the night. Instead of cold water, keep a small glass of room temperature or slightly warm water on your nightstand. When your body is in rest mode, this gentler temperature is much easier to absorb and doesn't send your nervous system into overdrive. A few slow sips can help calm your body, relieve dryness, and reset any minor internal imbalances without fully waking you up. But here's where hydration gets even more powerful. It's not just about water. While you sleep, your body loses more than fluids. It loses essential minerals too. Sodium, potassium, and magnesium, also known as electrolytes, help your muscles relax, your heart beat steadily, and your brain communicate with the rest of your body. When these get out of balance, you might feel jittery, hot, achy, or simply off. The fix? Add a tiny pinch of unrefined sea salt like Celtic or Himalayan salt to your water. This isn't about loading up on sodium. Just a few grains help restore electrolyte balance and support your nervous system. If you're not into salt, a splash of fresh lemon juice is another great option. It's naturally rich in potassium and gives your water a gentle, revitalizing edge. These small adjustments can make a big difference. Hydrating thoughtfully is a quiet act of self-care, a way to listen to your body's needs instead of overriding them. It reinforces the message we started in point 1. You're not just trying to survive a sleepless night, you're learning to respond with calm, curiosity, and control. So next time you wake up feeling parched or restless, don't ignore it, and definitely don't shock your system with ice water. Reach for the quiet comfort of warm hydration and give your body the nourishment it's quietly asking for. Coming up next, we'll explore a surprising link between your emotions and those early morning wake-ups, one that many people overlook. In the last section, we uncovered how something as simple as thoughtful hydration, done the right way, can gently soothe your body back to rest. A few slow sips of room temperature water, maybe with a pinch of sea salt or a splash of lemon, can be surprisingly powerful. But what if you've done all that, and still, you're lying there wide awake? Then it might be time to turn your attention inward, not to your body this time, but to your emotions. Picture this: it's 4:12 a.m. You're not overheated, your blanket isn't tangled, and you're not especially thirsty, and yet you can't sleep. There's a strange weight in your chest, a sense of unease. Your mind replays a conversation you had yesterday, or flashes forward to something you're dreading tomorrow. You're not sure why, but you feel unsettled, like something is pressing on you from the inside out. Sound familiar? That middle-of-the-night restlessness isn't always about your physical state. Sometimes it's your emotions trying to speak to you loud enough to pull you from sleep. During the day, we're often too busy or distracted to process how we really feel. But in the stillness of early morning, when the world is quiet and the distractions are gone, those buried thoughts rise to the surface. In traditional Chinese medicine, TCM, it's believed that different times of the night are connected to different organs and emotions. Between 3 and 5 a.m., if the body is said to be focused on the lungs and organ associated with grief, sadness, and deep emotional reflection. Whether or not you follow TCM, the concept resonates. If you're waking up with a heavy heart, your body may be asking you to acknowledge what you've been avoiding. Modern science echoes this idea in a different language. Studies show that chronic stress, anxiety, and emotional overload can disrupt sleep patterns. Your body may still be in fight or flight mode long after your head hits the pillow. Even if you fall asleep at first, your nervous system remains on alert, quietly sorting through emotional clutter until it wakes you up with a subtle nudge. Hey, we need to talk. So what can you do in that moment? Instead of trying to push those feelings away or spiraling deeper into them, try acknowledging them. Sit up gently. Take a few calming breaths. Then ask yourself, what's on my mind right now? What am I feeling that I haven't taken time to process? You don't have to solve anything at 4 a.m. This isn't about fixing, it's about facing. And one of the most effective tools for this is a simple notepad or journal. Write down what's on your mind, no matter how messy or vague. Even one line like, "I'm still upset about what she said," or "I feel lonely tonight," can help move that emotion out of your mind and onto the page. This act of writing is a powerful form of emotional release. It gives your heart and mind space to breathe, and often, that's all your body needs to settle again. Just like we hydrate the body to restore balance, we must also check in with the heart. When you give your emotions permission to exist, you break the cycle of rumination and make space for peace. Before we move on to the next step, which involves resetting your body through gentle movement, in the last section, we explored the emotional side of those early morning wake-ups, how unprocessed feelings like sadness, grief, or stress can quietly rise to the surface in the still hours between 3 and 5 a.m. When you pause to check in with your emotions, maybe even write them down, you're giving your heart a voice, and often that alone brings a sense of calm. But sometimes, even after releasing those emotional weights, your body still feels stuck. Restless legs, a tight neck, shoulders tensed up to your ears. Sound familiar? That's your body's way of holding on to the stress of the day or even of the lifetime. Emotional tension often lodges itself physically, so while your mind might begin to quiet down, your body still needs a signal that it's safe to let go. That's where gentle movement comes in. Now, this isn't about exercise, this is about something much softer, a reset, a gentle, loving nudge to your nervous system that says, you can relax now. Because when your body is holding on through clenched muscles, shallow breathing, or an anxious heart rate, true rest remains out of reach. Start small. You don't even need to get out of bed. Just sit up slightly, maybe prop a pillow behind your back for support. Begin with a few gentle neck rolls. Drop your chin to your chest, breathe in, and slowly roll your head to one side. Then exhale as you roll to the other. Do this a few times, letting your breath guide the movement. Next, shrug your shoulders up to your ears like you're trying to touch the ceiling, and then let them drop with an exhale. Repeat this a few times. You might even hear a few pops or cracks. That's okay. It's just your body saying, finally. Still feeling tight? Try a seated forward fold. Gently lean forward from your hips, letting your hands slide down toward your knees or shins. There's no need to stretch deeply, just let your spine elongate. This helps release tension in your lower back and improve circulation after hours of being in the same position. If your legs are twitchy or unsettled, lightly jiggle one leg at a time, like you're shaking off tension. It might feel silly, but it works. These little movements help dissipate that wired feeling and ground you in your body. And here's a trick many people don't know. If your hands or feet feel cold, that can delay your body's ability to fall back asleep. Rub your hands together quickly to generate warmth, then cup them over your feet. This warmth signals your body to begin its natural sleep cycle again, because our core temperature must drop slightly for deep sleep to return, and warm hands and feet help that process along. These movements don't take more than a few minutes, but they offer something powerful: relief, a soft, compassionate reset. Your body, like your emotions, just wants to be heard and cared for. You've already listened to your heart, now it's time to do the same for your muscles, joints, and breath. Coming up next, we'll explore one of the most underestimated tools for calming your mind in the middle of the night: sound. Trust me, it might be the easiest, most powerful tip yet. In the last section, we talked about how your body sometimes holds on to stress physically, even after your emotions have been acknowledged. Gentle movement, like rolling your neck, stretching your spine, or warming your hands and feet, helps your body feel safe enough to relax. But what happens when your mind refuses to follow? Your muscles might be softening, your body still in calm, but your thoughts keep going. Maybe you're replaying yesterday's conversation, worrying about tomorrow's schedule, or suddenly remembering something embarrassing from 5 years ago. Your brain, it seems, has a mind of its own. It's 4:23 a.m. And instead of drifting into sleep, you're caught in a mental ping-pong match of what-ifs and I should have saids. When this happens, trying to force your mind to be quiet is like trying to hush a toddler with a stern whisper. It just doesn't work. But here's the good news. Your brain can't fully focus on two things at once. If you give it something calming and gentle to engage with, it will begin to let go of the noise on its own. And that's where sound becomes your secret sleep ally. Let's start with something called pink noise. You may have heard of white noise, the harsh, static-like sound that many people use to drown out background noise. But pink noise is softer, more balanced, and much more soothing. Think of the gentle rhythm of rainfall, the hush of ocean waves, or leaves rustling in the wind. These sounds have a natural rhythm that mirrors the way our brain waves slow down during deep sleep. Studies have shown that pink noise can actually enhance deep sleep and even improve memory by helping your brain stay in that restful state longer. You don't need any fancy device, just search for a free pink noise track on YouTube or a podcast app. Keep the volume low, barely above a whisper. You're not trying to listen, you're trying to drift. If pink noise isn't quite your style, you can also try a short guided sleep meditation. We're not talking about a 45-minute yoga session here. Just 5 or 10 minutes of a calming voice walking you through breathwork or a body scan can do wonders. It's like a bedtime story for your nervous system. A good meditation helps shift your mind away from racing thoughts and into the gentle rhythm of rest. Here's a tip. Test your audio before bedtime so you know there won't be any loud intros, ads, or jarring music that could interrupt your peace. And if you use headphones, consider a soft sleep headband with built-in speakers, especially if you share your bed and want to keep things quiet for your partner. Sound gives your mind something soothing to hold on to, a thread of calm that gently pulls you out of your mental storm and back into your body. Combined with the gentle movements we talked about in the last section, it's one of the most effective ways to reset yourself during those early morning hours. You don't have to lie there feeling trapped in your thoughts. With a little intention in the right soundscape, you can lull your brain back into a state of calm, rest, and even healing. One of the most powerful lessons from this discussion is that the body is always speaking to us, especially in the quiet hours of the night. For older adults, those early morning wake-ups are often not just about sleep disruption, but gentle invitations to pause, reflect, and care for ourselves in deeper ways. Whether it's the need for hydration, the weight of unspoken emotions, or the tension carried silently in the muscles, these signals are reminders that we are still whole, still growing, and still worthy of gentle attention. Instead of resisting these moments, we can learn to meet them with curiosity and compassion. By shifting our mindset, Tending to our bodies and acknowledging what our hearts are holding, we create space for healing even at 4 a.m. It's never too late to build new rhythms of self-care. In fact, these quiet hours may hold the wisdom we've spent a lifetime overlooking. Aging isn't about losing sleep. It's about gaining the insight to finally listen to what truly matters: our well-being, our peace, and our presence in the moment. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Please share in the comments one insight you gained and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your feedback is invaluable and keeps us motivated. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support enables us to continue creating content that informs and inspires. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.